Great, thank you, Carla. Can everybody hear me okay? Great. I would like to take this opportunity to pass the microphone to our wonderful Outcast Collective member, Pamela Bulu.
Thank you, Koki. Just wanted to say that Outcast represents voices that are stifled in the arts and in society as a whole. We talked about it a little bit at the pre-show, but right now, many of those voices across the country are raised in grief and defiance. We hear their pain and we support their voices on and off stage. We unequivocally stand with the protesters. English ain't so good.
Great, thanks, Pamela. So greetings and thank you for joining us. It's with great pleasure I introduce you all to an experience organized by Outcast Theater Collective. We work to enhance theatrical diversity in the Tampa area through the facilitation of artists from marginalized communities. If you'd like more information about us and this event, including a copy of the program, please utilize the following links, which our wonderful operator, Juliet Moore, will be dropping in the chat area at this time. The hard and unique work that I've had the privilege to witness from our diverse collective emboldens me to mention an ability to make a donation while visiting the site. And just so we're clear, it's so easy to use. We'll have a donate button on the top right-hand side of the website, and then there's also a donate button at the bottom of the website. Please excuse the shameless promotion there. I would like to thank the incredible Stageworks Theater, which has been supporting our group since its inception. As you've already met Carla Hartley, the artistic director of Stageworks Theater, I'd also like to say happy belated birthday. Her birthday was on Friday. Since our beginning, we've utilized a form of theater created by the late Augusto Boal called Theater of the Oppressed. In true Theater of the Oppressed fashion, instead of telling you what this form entails, our collective has arrived this afternoon prepared to show you. However, if you would like more information, Juliet will be dropping a link in the chat area now. That's coming from the Pedagogy and Theater of the Oppressed website. It's a great reference. What I will say about this form is that it came about as a way of returning the privilege of the theater back to the people. And by the people, I mean everyone, not just those with the means to afford the experience. Theater of the Oppressed utilizes exercises and games as a way of demechanizing our minds and bodies in order to explore oppressive situations and find tools to help us navigate a way out of them. Today, our collective will be taking you through 3 different exercises, and then we're going to introduce you to 2 of the 5 forms of theater under this canon, image and form theater. As advertised, this is an interactive experience. So in order to make the most of it, we do encourage you to fully engage with our facilitators and the exercises. And for folks that aren't showing their video at this particular point, there's no shame in your game if you all want to turn on your video and come and play with us. For those not able to join or are witnessing the live stream on Facebook, feel free to utilize the chat area as another way to engage by commenting your reactions and your reflections as to what is being experienced to the rest of the room. We have moderators standing by for both formats to answer any questions that you may have. And with that, allow me to introduce Linda Edmundo, who will be facilitating our first exercise.
Okay, thank you, Koki. Thank you for that introduction. Okay, for this first exercise, changing rhythms, I'll need you to have your videos on and your mics on. And it's best to have it, again, in gallery view. Okay. So we're going to start off, don't do it yet. We're going to start off with rhythms, using our voices, using our hands, making sounds, making individual rhythms. When I say unify, we're going to magically come together and unify in one rhythm. When I say disperse, please disperse to different rhythms. Are there any questions? Okay, Let's try this, guys. Let's do this. We're going to start on the count of 3. Everyone's going to start with a rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Okay, unified. Disperse. Unified. Disperse. Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to into our head. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everyone, for playing with me.
Great. Next, we have our next facilitator.
Sorry, and next we have Salem. I'm like, I'm done. Salem is going to lead us in our next exercise. Thank you, Salem.
Hi, I'm Salem, and I'm going to be facilitating the next exercise. So before we start, I would like everybody to just follow this basic movement that I'm doing, just this wide arm movement, and just keep doing that while I explain the instructions for this warm-up. So for this one, I would like you guys to stay in gallery mode. That would be ideal. And you can keep your mics on or off. It really doesn't matter because this one is more about movement and your cameras will obviously be on. So I want you to silently, secretly in your head, pick somebody in one of these squares, and you are going to perfectly do your best to follow exactly how they're moving.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, now I'm going to pick on Dawn. And Dawn, I would like you to tell us who you were following.
I was following Troy.
Oh, who was Troy following?
I was following Juliet.
Who was Juliet following?
I was following Margarita.
And who was Margarita following?
I was following Troy, actually.
Ooh.
All right. Roxanne, who are you following?
I was following you.
Oh, well, I was following Taylor. Who was Taylor following?
It's following Troy.
All right. And Petra, who are you following?
I was following Bo.
Oh, and who is Bo following?
I was following you, Newt. I was following you.
And who was Tara following?
I was following Taylor.
And Taylor was following. Okay, cool. So I would like everybody to shake it off really quick because we're going to do one more round of this, but it's going to be slightly more challenging. This time for this round, we are going to try to stand perfectly still when we start out. And I want you to again pick somebody to follow in the squares in front of you. Ideally, somebody who you were not following last time. And you're going to follow them down to the slightest muscle touch. Every nuance, I want you to try to follow them. Now, just take this couple seconds to scratch any itches you might have or stretch or crack your fingers or whatever, because I can tell you from experience, having to scratch an itch during this exercise sucks. And I'm going to count down from 5. And that will also give you an opportunity to scroll through the squares if you have to and find somebody that you're going to perfectly mirror. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All right. Let me see. TR, who are you following?
I was following Roxanne.
Oh, who was Roxanne following this time?
I was following Enid.
Oh, so was I. Who's Enid following? Oh, Enid, you're muted.
I was following Petra.
Ah, and who's Petra following?
Petra. I was following Juliet.
And who is Juliet following?
I was following Maya.
Hi. I was following Noreen.
Noreen. Noreen, you're muted too.
Sorry, Bo.
And Bo, who are you following?
I was following Taylor.
Taylor, who are you following?
I was following Linda.
And who is Linda following?
I was following E-Dot.
I was following Tara.
I was following everyone in America.
Nice. Good. Who is Tara following?
Petra, sorry.
Petra.
Sorry, Petra.
It's okay.
Excellent. Janine, who are you following?
Linda.
Linda. And Dawn, who are you following?
Margarita.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for playing with me. I really, yeah, Troy's right. This is the longest chain that we've had. This is really awesome. Thank you so much for doing this warm up with me. And I'm going to turn over this next exercise over to my friend Noreen.
I think
Hey, everyone. Yes, I got it. Hello, everyone. Thanks for participating. And this next exercise that we're going to do is rhythm, movement, and sound. And how it works is I will spotlight someone in the gallery view. And that person will start with a rhythm, a sound, and a movement. And it can be anything. What we'll want to do is then follow exactly as close as we can, but we make it our own rhythm, movement, and sound. As close to the person that is doing it. And then we'll get a few beats in there, and I will spotlight the next person. The next person will continue with that same rhythm, movement, and sound, and then make it their own. We'll follow, and so on, and so on. And we'll see how many we can get through. But we'll keep it going, and we'll keep the pace going so we can move on to the next exercise. All right, so we will get started, and I am going to start, and also unmute your microphones, and of course, let's see your beautiful faces. If you do not want to participate, you can just stop your video. Okay, make sure you are unmuted. Linda, you go, girl.
Now you're me.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ah. Two.
And we end in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Petra. That was fun. Okay, thank you, everyone. And now I'm going to pass the host on to Koki.
Thanks, Noreen. Excellent work. Before I continue into my segment, I want to see, it looks like we have a couple of attendees, and I want to make sure that they're able to get in admitted and enjoy in the exercises and the games and have the fun that we're all having. So if I could pass that task on to Claire Ann, the host, I would definitely appreciate that. Good job, you all. Congratulations. You are now prepared to participate in image theater. For this one, yes, there's some celebration. Yes, please celebrate. For this form, I would like for everybody to turn off your microphones and your videos just for a second. In the following, I will present a series of themes and ask each one of you to visually present a still image, a tableau, utilizing your face and body that can be seen within the 4 sides of your individual Zoom square. It's similar to presenting that of a living statue. You'll have 7 seconds to present your image. Now, I'll help you with that by verbally counting down the last 3 seconds at the end. And then I'll ask everybody to turn on their video so that we can all present our individual images as part of a collective. When that occurs, please hold your pose or tableau until I tell you to relax, but don't forget the pose. At that point, I'll be spotlighting various participants so we can experience the individual images that were presented up close. Upon receiving the spotlight, please present the pose and hold. At that point, I will ask for everyone else to be able to comment in the chat area on their reactions and reflections to the art presented until our living statue has been asked to relax. So our goal is to accomplish a handful of these themes and spotlight as many participants as possible. However, if you're not interested in receiving the spotlight, simply turn off your video after the collective has presented so I know not to call on you. Are there any questions? All right. If there are no questions, then let's begin. First one's gonna be an easy one. We're gonna warm you all up. The first theme for you to organize around is a chore you despise. Your 7 seconds will begin now. A chore you despise. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. If I could have everybody turn on their video and present your still image, a chore that you despise. Present your still image and hold. All right. Salem, please. Oh, actually, let's get everybody to relax first. Okay, very good. Now I can spotlight Salem. All right, Salem, let's get you to hold your pose. While Salem, thank you. While Salem is holding his pose, if everybody could use the chat area in order to comment on the reflections and the reactions to Salem's take on the theme, a chore you despise. Okay, Salem, relax. Very good, thank you so much. Our next participant, Margarita, if you could please present your pose. Chore you despise, and hold. Once again, everybody that's observing the pose, feel free to use the chat area in order to comment on your reactions and your reflections regarding this particular pose. Great, thank you. Relax, Margarita, we appreciate your participation. Let's go to another theme. The next theme, so before I go into it, let's have everybody stop their video. Once all the videos have been stopped, I'll present the theme and you'll have 7 seconds to organize around the next particular theme. Okay, so the next theme is going to be a wall at the border. Your 7 seconds begins now. Three, 2, 1. Great. If everybody could begin their video, please, and present your pose. Once again, the theme is a wall at the border. Great. Everybody presented that has wanted to, and relax. Thank you. Linda, please present your pose. And hold. For those that are watching, feel free to comment on your reaction and your reflection regarding Linda's pose to a wall at the border. Great, relax. Thank you, Linda. Let's go to Spark. Please present your pose. And hold. All those observing, please comment in the chat area a reaction or reflection to Spark's take on a wall at the border. And relax. Thank you, Spark. I'll do one more if we could. Julian, please present your pose. And hold. For everybody watching, once again, feel free to comment your reflections, reactions to this particular pose of the theme, a wall at the border. And relax. Thank you, Julian. How about another theme? Once again, everybody go ahead and stop their video. You'll have 7 seconds to organize around the next theme. All right. So the next theme is going to be police at your door. Your 7 seconds begins now. 3, 2, 1. Please begin your video and present your pose. A police at your door. Excellent work. Everybody relax. Enid, if you could please present your pose and hold. Once again, everybody has an opportunity to be able to comment on their reactions and the reflections regarding this particular pose. Relax. Thank you, Enid. Our next participant, Petra, if you could please present your pose and hold. And relax. Thank you, Petra. One more participant, and then we'll move on to the next theme. Taylor, please present your pose. And hold. As mentioned before, everybody feel free to comment on your reflections and reactions regarding this particular pose by Taylor. And relax. Thank you, Taylor. Yay, great, excellent work. All right, you all. Because I want to make sure we have enough time for the forum theater segment of our presentation, at this point, I would like to pass the mic over to Dr. Despain. Take it away, Clarion.
Hi, everyone. Let me just do a couple of quick technical things here as we move on to the next. I'm also the technical coordinator behind the scenes, so doing double duty. So thank you so much for coming with us so far on this journey. We just warmed you up, introduced you to image theater, and now we're going to move into another portion of the Theater of the Oppressed Arsenal, and that is Forum, F-O-R-U-M, Forum Theater. Sometimes it gets confusing and people think form, and it really does kind of sound like that, especially when you've got this kind of audio going on, but it is Forum, F-O-R-U-M, as in something designed to inspire dialogues. This is Forum Theater. Before I get into it too terribly much, I want to go through the Zoom functions because we're using Zoom again. I know, I'm the Zoom lady. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is get back into gallery view if you can. I clicked on Spotlight. You might have already done that. While you're in gallery view, look at the lower left-hand side. You've been using your stop video button quite a bit at this point, so you should be familiar with it. Right next to that little icon is an up caret. And if you click on that up caret, it's going to give you a menu. At the bottom of that menu is video settings. And you're going to click on that button, video settings. And it's going to open a whole new box for you. On the left-hand side, there are a whole bunch of things. Ignore them. On the right-hand side of that box, you're going to see three headings in bold. You're going to see camera, my video, and meetings. Under meetings, about the fourth box down, you're going to find a little box right by hide non-video participants, right? I want you to tick that box because it's going to make the presentation of our forum theater piece a little clearer, a little more legible in this format. So go ahead and take a second to do that. Did everybody find it okay? Everybody finding it okay? If there are questions, you know, shout it out in the chat, or, you know, unmute yourself, wave at me. I'll try and talk you through it as best I can. You got an issue? Viral, do you have an issue? Spark, do you have an issue? No, you're good, you're good. Oh, those are thumbs up. All right, those are not waves of distress. Okay, yep. No spectator left behind in this. Okay, so for this, we may be using the chat function. We may not, we'll see, but just be aware that it's there. I'll explain a little more later, but make sure you can see it. And you will want to be able to turn your video and your mic on and off easily for all of this. And you've had a lot of practice in that. So that concludes the Zoom portion. Now let's get ready to do some forum theater. So what we're going to do is we're going to present a scene to you. Right? It's a scene between two people that represents a specific experience of oppression by a specific person from a marginalized community. Okay? We're going to present that scene to you, and we're going to then invite you to step into the shoes of the oppressed person and try to solve the problem from their standpoint. Now, the apocryphal origins of Theater of the Oppressed, at least so the legend go, is that the founder of Theater of the Oppressed, Augusto Boal, was doing a talkback after a more traditional theatrical performance. And during this talkback, there was a particularly adamant woman in the audience, and she was trying to communicate to the cast and to the creative team how she thought they should have done it, how the scene should be performed, what should be happening. And much like me, she probably wiggled too much when she was sitting and gestured a lot. And in her frustration of trying to communicate, at least so the story goes, she leapt out of her seat, charged the stage, and started reenacting the scene. Right? In some ways, we are asking you to embody the spirit of this legendary woman, right? To join us, to let your feelings about what you see in the scene drive you to try something. Forum theater is what Augusto Boal called a rehearsal for reality, right? This is an opportunity for us in a safe space to try some interventions that might be useful, right, out in the so-called real world, although I would defy anyone to prove that theater is not in fact real and is not in fact part of the real world. However, this is a safe set-aside space for us to try those things, and so we will be encouraging you to do that. However, we'll talk a little bit more about that after you've seen the scene. So are there any questions so far? Nothing? Okay. So if there aren't any questions, then let me just set the stage for you if I can. We're going to turn off everybody mute their mics. Go ahead and turn off your video. And then the setting is right now, today, during the COVID crisis, during stay-at-home orders. It's a telemedical call between parties in the state of Florida. You'll be seeing Troy as Patrick Whalen and Juliet as Dr. Bradshaw. And once I get clear, the scene will begin. So let me just get
Is this thing on?
I hear.
Oh,
I think I'm in. I can
okay.
hear you.
Oh,
There, hi.
there we go.
Technology.
Hello, Miss Whalen. I have the wrong chart.
No. Well, sorry. Excuse me, Whalen. That's you have the chart for Patricia Whalen, right?
You're Patricia Whalen?
Patricia's my birth name, but I go by Patrick, and I just haven't gotten it legally changed. But that's my file. It's all you're right.
Well, okay, Miss. What are you in for today?
I just need an authorization for an early refill for my hormone prescription.
Oh, so you need estradiol?
No, I'm on testosterone. I'm a trans man. I was assigned female at birth, given the name Patricia, but I'm a trans man. So I'm taking testosterone for that. I've been on it for 18 months now, and the current prescription that I'm on is going to run out earlier than I should have. It's kind of bad timing on my part. I mean, even the doctor that I see at this office isn't there, but I was told you're picking up some of her patients, so I just need a signature from you.
We typically treat young women with estrogen to help with hormonal changes. The testosterone, it doesn't make sense here.
Well, no, because you understand.
Is there something I'm not getting?
I didn't describe it right. My legal name is Patricia, because I was assigned female at birth. I'm not. I'm a man. I've transitioned. I'm a transgender man, so that's why I'm taking the testosterone. I've been on it. I'm currently on it, and I just need a early refill. I can't get an early refill just from the pharmacy. I need an authorization.
Who prescribed you the testosterone?
Well, I've been going to your clinic just for the past 3
Here,
months.
you've been getting it here?
Yes, doctor. I've been on it for 18 months, but the past 3 months I was seeing Dr. Cunningham at your office. The last prescription, like I said, that I got, 2 vials. I dropped 2 vials and they broke. So it's 2 weeks down, and like I said, I can't get an early refill without another authorization. So I'm in a spot.
You know, I'd love to help you, but that's not something I can prescribe. You'd have to wait for Dr. Cunningham, if she's still here. Although, I would like to give you my medical opinion. I don't think that is advisable.
Wait, I'm I'm sorry. Okay, you should be able to take all of our cases. Do you have like a personal?
This is strictly medicine.
Problem? Okay. Well, I don't see why I should have to wait for Dr. Cunningham, but I don't really have a lot of time. I guess she's coming back soon.
I can't say.
Well, I'm sorry. I only have enough of this medicine that I've been prescribed to last me to maybe next week, at best. And I've been on this pretty steadily for 18 months, and I'm going to run out. So
no, I just don't know if I can give you that prescription. It's not in my my wheelhouse. I don't know how all of this works.
Is there a problem here?
I'm sorry. I'm just confused because you just said you would prescribe estrogen to a female patient.
Right.
So that's just this is the hormone that I'm taking.
Yes, but you gotta understand, I'm not like some kind of queer specialist. I'm not.
You don't need to be a queer specialist.
I'm not Dr. Cunningham. This isn't my field.
Look, you're just taking on some of her patients. You don't need to like evaluate me or any way. This is just me coming in just for a signature. You can look on my chart and see what I've been taking, the exact stuff and the dose. I don't need specialization. I just need a pen to paper signature.
There's no way that I'm writing you a prescription without getting blood work done. And I mean, of course, I'd have to consult with Dr. Cunningham.
Why? But she's not there, right? I'm sorry. Is there anyone else at the practice right now that I can speak to? I don't think you're understanding that the time restraint that I'm under. It's really necessary that I get this prescription, that I stay on this medication.
I don't understand. I think that you may have been misguided by Dr. Cunningham. It's not safe for you. I mean, you won't be able to be a mother.
I don't want to have children, all right? That's not my problem.
When was the last time you menstruated?
Fine. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I don't really, it was so long ago and I don't think about it anymore. So I don't see why that matters.
Well, I'm going to refer you to a gynecologist.
I don't need to see a gynecologist. I need testosterone. I just need an authorization for the prescription of the stuff that I'm on right now. I don't know what, like, what do you need? You understand what I'm sorry. I've been on this for 18 months. Okay, right?
Yes, that is what has me concerned, Patricia.
My name's Patrick, all right? I'm sorry, I told you at the beginning of this session, I know it hasn't been legally changed, but I would just like you to call me Patrick.
I am not going to do that.
Okay, but you understand that how I've been on this for 18 months and how it's affected my body what's happened has happened. And if I need to stay on this medication, if I go off it, like cold turkey, I don't really want to discuss what happens if I go cold turkey off of my hormone.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. The other way, I would argue the more educated way, is instead of having you on unnecessary medication, we can get you started on estrogen for a few weeks, and we should be able to help get you back to usual. But
I'm sorry, you'll just prescribe me estrogen and I'll switch from testosterone to estrogen? That's your professional medical opinion? That's a reach transition?
I believe that would be safest for you, yes. That's not my decision. You know, we haven't done blood work. There's nothing set in stone, you know. I'd really need you to come into the office, and that's gotta wait.
I can't really wait. I told you I don't have enough to get me into the end of next month. I have enough to maybe get me to next week. I just needed a refill. I'll come in for blood work, but I don't have time. But I'll give you a letter from my psychiatrist. I did blood work.
I just need blood work, ma'am. So let's try and get a blood draw in next month. I'm sorry that I can't help you right now, but I do have to get to my next appointment. I'll have our scheduler call you though.
It's the 31st. Is next month like 2 weeks? Hello? Okay, and if everyone could go ahead, turn your video and your audio back on for a second and join me in thanking Troy and Juliet. And then give me a hot minute to admit folks.
While Claire Ann's doing that, I said so at the chat area, but just want to congratulate the actors for presenting the scene, and also give a shout out to Taylor, man, who was already ready to intervene on the behalf of our protagonist, bless her heart, in the positive way. But I'll give it back to Claire Ann.
All right, I gotta fix. When I turned Taylor off, I momentarily decided.
Sorry.
There you are.
I saw the "Would you help" message and I was like, That's a step in, Paul. Okay, I'm going there.
I'm going in. No, that's great. And I got to apologize. I probably wasn't clear about when or how we'd be looking for interventions. And so I so appreciate your energy around that. So let's talk a little bit about this before we dive into the interventions. Let's take a moment. What does Patrick need? What did we witness? What does Patrick need? Go ahead. Don't everybody talk at once, but yeah, if you want to talk, jump in.
Testosterone link, he needs his prescription, his medication, what he needs to function.
Yeah. Yeah, is there anything else he needs?
Even like shorter than that, he was looking for a signature. So it actually was less work. And he couldn't even get that.
Sorry, who is that chiming in?
Oh, that's Bo. Hi.
Oh, hi, Bo. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
He needs
Bo. Anything else?
understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, Petra, yeah. Yeah, anything else? Probably lots of things. But anything else anyone wants to name? And what are the obstacles then? What are the obstacles that Patrick is facing?
Ignorance.
Potentially, yes. What else?
Well, in the medical profession, sometimes their doctors are too siloed off into their specialties that they can't see beyond that.
All right. So there's
to look at the whole person and recognize that, you know, their little area is not what that person needs.
Right. So there's an institutional aspect to this as well as an individual one. Good. What else are we seeing?
I think that he was also, you know, the doctor was also passing on their personal beliefs. I think in the medical profession, you have to be neutral because you deal with people from all walks of life. The human body is the human body. It has nothing to do with what you believe.
Good. What else? Someone else was trying to get in there. Just wanted to make the space for that.
I wanted to say that Patrick needed someone else or somewhere else to turn to besides the doctor, or perhaps above the doctor.
Boy, now that's an interesting thought. That's a very interesting thought, and maybe the perfect segue to talking about interventions. And how this particular forum theater piece is going to be structured. So we've got a couple of different ways to approach this. Okay, one option is to have Troy and Juliet start the scene again and have someone call freeze when they want to go in for Troy. Right, because we're going to be asking people to try interventions from Troy's position. Right? Because on a telemedical call, usually it's just you, one-on-one with the doctor, and we want to focus on the experience of oppression in that moment, right? Right? When maybe there's not a savior available, yeah? And look at some options in this case. So we can do it like that, but if there's someone who has something they're ready to try, all you got to do is throw your hand in the air and tell me where you want Juliet as Dr. Bradshaw to take it from. We'll all step out and let you jump in, right, for Patrick, who is, let's remember, a Black trans man. Okay. Is there anybody who wants to try something? Everybody's volunteering Taylor in the comments. I can see it. Taylor. So, but I see, but I don't want to make assumptions about that. I see Margarita has a hand up. Yeah, you ready? Do you know where you want to take it from, or do you want us to start it again and you'll yell freeze?
Right when the doctor is stating that it's not good for a girl to take testosterone, like it's not a good idea.
Okay, all right, good. So you got that, Juliet? Margarita's got that. Let's all drop out. So stop that video, mute that mic, and we're gonna let them take it from there. And then when they're done, I'll swing back in and we'll talk about it.
You know, it's not that I don't understand. I think that you may have been misguided by Dr. Cunningham. It's really not safe for you. I mean, you won't be able to be a mother.
My anatomy has nothing to do with my identity. I don't want to have children, and if I choose to do so, I will be a wonderful father to them.
When's the last time you had your period?
I can't tell you that because I don't remember, and it's irrelevant at this point because what we're talking
Well,
about.
it's medically relevant. It's a result of the testosterone. And so I'm going to refer you to a gynecologist.
To a what?
A gynecologist?
No. I don't need a gynecologist. I just need your signature. That is all that we are discussing right now. You can refer to my medical records if you feel they're right in front of you. They should be right in front of you. The notes.
I do. I see the records. The thing is that, this is simply a difference of opinion. I don't think this is safe for you. Dr. Cunningham thinks it is. I'm not going to give you that signature unless I can get blood work in, at least, ma'am. I mean, it's necessary for a hormone medication.
Right. I'm on hormones. I'm on testosterone because I identify as a male. I am a male.
You say that.
I don't say that. I know that. My psychiatrist says so. Cunningham says so. You're just an outside party that I just really need help from, and you're just not understanding so.
It's my choice whether or not to help you. I mean,
and it's my choice.
Patricia, I'm looking out for your best interest here.
Patrick,
I don't want you to get any more hurt.
Hurt? This has been liberating.
Can't you see what this has done to you?
This is.
If this is the only thing that you have, then I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave you because I have another appointment coming up. If there's anything else I can really help you with, I'd love to.
I'd love to hear from another one of your colleagues who actually understands and sympathizes with my situation.
Well, you can wait for Dr. Cunningham to return if you would like.
I will be calling the office back.
Actually, I'll have our scheduler call you. How about that?
Yes.
All right, stay safe.
Yes.
All right, join me in thanking Juliet and Margarita. Good. So, let's talk about what we witnessed. Did anything shift? Anything shift? You see any shifts?
I think the articulation shifted, but the powers still remain with the doctor.
Yeah. Did Patrick get what he needs?
No.
Okay. All right. Was there value, though? Was there value in a different way of articulating it? Yeah. But it still didn't get us what we needed. But there's value. Okay, good. Let's think on this. Does somebody else have something they want to try? Someone else got something they want to try? All right, got a shy crowd today. Oh, did I see? Doral, is that you? You'd like to try? Great. Where would you like us to take it from? And am I saying your name right?
Yeah, that's Viral.
Okay. Where do you want to take it from?
I think so, from the time where he is taking the name wrong.
Where Dr. Bradshaw is getting the name wrong?
Yeah.
All righty. You know where that is, Juliet? Got a frame of reference for that? Okay, let's all drop out and we'll let Viral and Dr. Bradshaw take it away. Remember, you're stepping in as a Black trans man. Bo, can you? Thank you.
This is why I'm concerned, Patricia. I mean, can't you see what this has done to you?
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Did you get my name right?
Patricia?
Looks like there's some problem with your ears. Patrick. Yeah?
No, I don't think there's any problem. I'm just reading your name.
Okay.
You can be called whatever you want, but I mean, I've got tons of patients. I gotta go bot to bot, one to one. You know.
If you can't attend a single patient in a proper way, why are you even sitting there? Can you call my name? No.
I
Can you
am.
call my name?
Yes, Patricia.
Patricia. Okay. Patrick.
What was that, ma'am?
Patrick.
Is there anything I can help you with?
First, can you call my name proper? Can
Patricia.
you at least do something? Looks like you need a doctor. Why don't you go on a call for an
I
ENT
do see a
specialist?
doctor, Patricia.
Yes.
Listen, if there's nothing else I can really help you with, like, I'm not going to prescribe you testosterone.
Yeah,
If you want to
I
get
think
started on estrogen, I'd be happy to help you.
no, I think so. I think so. You need a help. Can I suggest you someone? Yeah, I think so. That would be a good idea. No. Why? Let me suggest you someone. Please note down the number. It will help you. No, it will really help you.
I'm sorry, I don't really understand why this isn't. I'm your doctor, right? I'm here to help you. If
I wish you could help me. I wish you could help me.
You're asking me to do something that is just going to hurt you, and so I can't.
You're already hurting me. What do I do in that case?
Ma'am, is there anything else?
Look, yeah. That's a real problem. I think so. You don't only need a ENT, but I think so. How about a therapy? Yeah, therapy would be good, or ENT will work for you.
I think you could benefit from some therapy as well. It does seem that you have a bit of a temper. I'm sorry about that. I can't really help you here.
No, in fact, I'm sorry because I entered a wrong call. I don't know what you.
No, this is the correct call. I mean, is there anything else that you need?
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. I am on a right call with the wrong person. Yeah. Right. So, should I forward you the number? ENT?
No, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This is ridiculous. That's what I'm trying to explain you. This is ridiculous. Yes, this is ridiculous. Yeah, no. Yeah, from ma'am, please. From ma'am, it is so. Yeah, look, yes, it is.
Why would I call you sir? Why would that?
When I have already shared it with you, right? How many times do I need to share? How many times?
I'm not here to argue semantics with someone who clearly needs help. I'm in the medical field. I'm not a psychologist. Look, I'm gonna get the scheduler to call you. We can get some blood work in, but if you're just gonna be combative like this, I can't really help you. Have a good day, Patricia.
I wish you could get some help.
All right. Join me in thanking Vera and Juliet. All right. Ooh, there we go. I'm all like, wah, 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 wah. Dreadfully done. You know, I wish the doctor would get some help too. Let's talk about this. What do we notice?
Yo, hey, I'm sorry, I gotta budge in because Vidal, that redirect, and I felt like I was watching a UFC fight, and one of the fighters is like one of these, not on the offensive, but on playing the defense. I had not seen that approach before, and we've been doing this thing for a little while. So I did appreciate that approach. It may not have been effective, but man, Cunningham is a tough cookie.
Bradshaw. We like Cunningham.
That's right, Bradshaw.
All right, what else did other folks notice? What did you observe? Is there...
Just from a medical perspective, what's so annoying is if Patrick had been on these hormones for 18 months, it would do more harm to, at least from my understanding, would do more harm to abruptly take him off of them after 18 months. For what purpose? If they've been on a medication for that long, would you ever change something when you are not their primary care doctor? You are not their doctor. Sorry.
Taylor, it sounds like you got an argument you want to try. It sounds like you got an argument you want to try.
I thought about it halfway through, but honestly, with how Bradshaw is, that still wouldn't work. It wouldn't.
No. Let's not make that decision without trying it first. That's what we get to do here. That's the whole point. You want to give it a go?
I could try it.
Let's give it a go. Let's see if something shifts. Like, we don't want to give up before we've tried. All right, so everybody out of the way, let's try another.
Do you have a place where you would like to begin?
Oh, my bad, sorry.
I guess from the point where you're like, I'll give you estrogen. Like that point, I guess.
Okay. You know, that is certainly one way of looking at it. Another way, I would argue, the more educated way is instead of having you on these unnecessary medications, we can get you started on an estrogen regimen and maybe get you back to usual in a few weeks. But that's not my call.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not your call. My doctor has told me and helped me be on testosterone for over 1.5 years. It is not your call to tell me
your doctor
I can't get that.
may have
all I need from you is a
misguided you.
signature. No, all I need from you is a signature. Why would you change my medication? Something that I've been on for 1.5 years. In what way is that medically sound?
Do you not see what it's doing to you? I mean, you won't be able to have children.
I do, and it's great. It's exactly what I wanted. So what I need from you is a signature, and I can be on my way.
I'm not here to help people with their sadistic, like, fantasy. You know, this isn't helping you. You can see what the damage is done. The estrogen is really the best route
What you're
here.
failing to understand is there is no damage. I feel great. This is who I am meant to be. My actual doctor is with me 100% on this. Because that doctor is not here right now and I have no one else to go to, I need you. Now, if you can explain to me the medical reason why you would take me off of medication and hormones that I have been on for over 1.5 years, if you can give me valid evidence that that would do anything other than exactly what I want.
Ma'am, I'm going to get a word in edgewise here. The evidence is quite clear. You're a woman. Your body produces estrogen. You've been on testosterone so long that your estrogen levels are abysmal. We need to get that up. We need to help you. I'm also going to refer you to a psychiatrist if you don't mind.
That's not what I asked. I don't think I even have the funds for that in the first place. My doctor has told me that I can have this, so either you sign that prescription or I will call the head of this department, the head of this.
You go right ahead, ma'am. You know, this has been a great. I've loved this appointment so much. It's been a pleasure. We can get some blood work scheduled next month if you don't mind. If there's anything else I can help you with, I'd love to.
No.
Well, all right. Stay safe, Patricia.
Patrick, goodbye.
All right. Join me in thanking Taylor and Juliet. So what did we see this time? What did we notice? What happened? Yeah, Margarita.
Actual medical backup. He basically described it would actually be worse for them to not take the testosterone, not to mention you're not my primary care. You just a second opinion just that happened to be in the office today. Had it been another one of your colleagues, I would have just had the signature and gone about my day. This is their own morals being pushed onto someone else. And I saw someone say, I think it was Bo, cult behavior. It is like cult behavior. It's so like just pushing your mentality and then just kind of forcing the whole if Patrick is going to accept that the more you say it. No. I saw a lot of more facts being put on there. I saw definitely standing ground. I mean, and just patience, just utter patience.
Good. What else did we observe? What else did we
Dr. Bradshaw's a bitch.
I mean, kind of. I don't know if I should be,
Thank you.
embracing gendered language like that. But say a word with a history like that, although anyway, she's a bit of a Karen. Okay, what else? What else did we observe? What else?
Well, I did want to make a comment because of, the stigma kind of tied to testosterone. I think the patient, Patrick needs to, is in a hard spot because they need the help from the doctor, but then they don't want to exhibit aggressive behavior because then the doctor can go and sabotage even more. So it's just extremely frustrating because it's like they're trapped just to get a signature.
Absolutely. Absolutely, right? And something we're definitely witnessing is the ability of people in power, right, to enforce a notion of civility as a means of control, right? As a means of trying to control others. That's certainly something we're witnessing in this scene. Thank you for calling that out. I think that's a really important piece to be thinking about right now. Good. What else did we see? I've got at least 2 folks ready to start another intervention. But before we do that, I wanted to call out something Taylor mentioned at the end, right? Which was promising to find out who Dr. Bradshaw's supervisor was, right, and make that contact. And while we're not set up to explore what that might be like, I want you to think about how effective that's going to be. Do we think the vast majority of the medical establishment and the people in power are going to back Patrick or are going to back Dr. Bradshaw? Just put that in your head, right? Especially if you're not a white woman named Karen. Right?
And if you only have a week.
Yeah, and if you only have a week, right? So I wanted to take a minute and pull that piece out, right? Because that's definitely something that people who look like me can do and expect some kind of resolution, but it's not always an option for others. So, and that's not to say that we're trying to make y'all miserable and depressed, and that there's no way out of this. Right, we're going to find those ways. We're going to find them together. And speaking of, I've got at least 2 folks who are looking to intervene. I've got Bo and Julian. And who wants to? Which one of you would like to? Yes,
Claranne? Yeah,
yeah.
I've been speaking with Bo and Julian. I think Bo's gonna step back for a second, and which would mean Julian would be the next to go.
Word. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Where do you want to go from, Julian?
Can I just add, can I say something before people shut off their mics? I want, because Patrick identifies as both Black and trans, I do want to ask permission from any participant who might identify, who might be Black or trans, and ask permission for this intervention. And I'm willing to step back if they feel that me as a Latino cis hetero man should not be intervening. So I want to throw that out to all participants.
Take it on.
Thank you for that. I think that's a That is
Okay.
a beautiful
Thank
thing
you.
to call attention to.
Thank you. I'll try my best with the perspective I have. Can we start right at the...
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that?
Can we start right at the beginning?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Hi, Dr. Bradshaw.
Is this...
My name
Hello, Miss Whalen.
Hi, doctor. This is
several-
patient Whalen.
Sure.
Can I ask you something before we begin, Dr. Bradshaw?
You're Patricia
Yes.
Whalen?
I'm sorry, because I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you please tell me what is your full name, Dr. Bradshaw? Because I can't really see it here. I want to just make sure that I know who I'm speaking to. Is that okay?
I'm Dr. Harriet Bradshaw. Am I speaking to Patricia
Okay.
Whalen?
And Dr. Bradshaw,
Is this
do you
Miss
have
Whalen?
experience? I will
Hello?
answer that question in a second. Yes, this
Ma'am, I
is
need you to
patient
answer it right
Whalen.
away
Thank you.
because otherwise I need to get to my patient.
Yeah, this is patient Whaling. Yes, doctor. Do you have experience with trans patients?
I don't. That's who? Yes.
So then you're aware that the reason why I'm asking is because sometimes there can be misunderstandings when you haven't worked with this community as they would be with youth or perhaps young or elderly folks. So then if you have worked with this community, then you do understand that we identify as we want to identify. So I am surprised that you have worked with this community and okay. So
I
that
understand
said,
your
thank
need
you.
for
So-
identity.
So then that's
What
it.
can I help you with,
will
Miss Whalen?
here for now because Dr. Cunningham is not here. I would like to be addressed as Patrick. You can call me Patrick. Can you do that for me, doctor, please?
How about Pat or Patty?
I'm okay with Pat.
Okay, Pat. What can I do for you?
Okay. I need a prescription on some medication that has run out.
What medication do you need?
Okay. The prescription is, and Dr. Cunningham and I, perhaps you can look in my notes in my chart. I don't know if there's notes there. Perhaps Dr. Cunningham has made some notes there that might be able to support what I'm going to say. So what I need is, unfortunately, my last prescription of testosterone. I had an accident and two of the valves broke. And I'm concerned that I won't be able to get the prescription before Dr. Cunningham comes back. So I was told that because you're replacing Dr. Cunningham, you can write that prescription. And as you can see in my chart, it is pre-approved. And
Yes.
You can look at my medical.
We typically treat young women with estrogen. I'm not sure why Dr. Cunningham has the testosterone here. It doesn't really make sense.
That would be perhaps as health professionals, you would have to address with Dr. Cunningham because I'm not the doctor, I'm the patient. Perhaps you have some of this information in my medical chart. Maybe you can look to that and that might be able to answer some of these questions.
Well, I would love to talk to Dr. Cunningham, but until I do that, I will not be refilling that prescription.
So I'm also want to bring this attention to you if you don't know that it's a right for me as a trans person to have my medical needs served if my insurance is active. So is my insurance
and
active?
it is my duty to do you no harm. And I will not prescribe you poison.
So you will not fulfill your duty as a
Hello?
To provide me with the medication that I need and my insurance will cover. Is that what I'm hearing? I just want to make clear.
Need is a very strong word, ma'am. Look, is there anything else I can do for you? Like you said, I need to talk to Dr. Cunningham.
Because it sounds like you're denying me care. Both Dr. Cunningham told me you would be able to fill the description.
I reserve the right to make
you
my
can
own
see
decisions.
That I am due. So you're refusing me care. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
I'm not writing you a prescription for that medicine
Unfortunately,
the same way I wouldn't write an opioid junkie a prescription for Oxycontin.
I don't know why you bringing up a junkie. I don't know anything about that. I take umbrage with your analogy. I think that, and you know, I am making note of this this interaction. And as I said, I do have, if need comes to shove, I do have support, and I will file a lawsuit with your office if necessary.
I think that you may find that the law is on my side, ma'am. Is there anything else I can help you with? Because otherwise, I have more important patients to deal with.
I will reach out to the participating group that you're part of. I know you're not the only doctor there. You just happen to be the doctor that's on call now to cover Dr. Cunningham. But I will say that I feel that you have not fulfilled your oath as a doctor.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, ma'am.
Personal beliefs, perhaps. Yeah, and you know that, and really, I am a patient under your care right now. You're supposed to.
Yes, that is why I'm giving you my care.
Provide me with care.
I'm asking if there's anything you would like me to address.
I need you to get the prescription. You don't need to diagnose me. That's already there. Okay, so then you refuse to give me my. Okay.
What?
All right. I don't think there's.
I'm simply looking out for your best interest, ma'am. You know, you won't be able to have children.
Dr. Bradshaw, you will be hearing from my lawyer. Okay.
Well,
I am being discriminated against. Okay.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Have a good day, Patricia.
Okay, how about that? How about that? Let's talk about what we witnessed. What did we see? What happened?
So, hey, I want to hang out with Julian because he's a cool, calm character, man. And I would have been, man, so many times during that. I just don't know. So calm and collected and composed and hitting from all these sides. And, man, yes, much respect for your delivery.
What else did folks say?
Can I say something? I'm sure it's exhausting to have to constantly explain to people who don't understand the reality of being transgender. However, when you are dealing with people with power who don't understand, that's a great place to start, because at least you're starting a conversation from your point of view. Again, I'm sure it is absolutely exhausting, but there is power in that. And also, the more like anger, energy you throw at somebody, the more you get back. Mm-hmm. The more you can be, the calm, centered voice of reason. You don't give them anything to latch on to. The doctor keeps trying to distract with, I can, by saying ma'am, saying Patricia, saying you can't have children. And Julian was just like, I'm not getting sidetracked by any of that crap. I'm just going to keep staying focused on what I want calmly and just keep hitting it until it's obvious, You know, I've hit it far enough. The only thing I haven't heard anybody say that I wonder if it would have value with this doctor, I doubt it, is just ask, is it common practice to go against another doctor's, you know, treatment without discussing it with that doctor?
Sounds like Dawn's got something she wants to try.
Oh no.
That's okay. If I'm not going to pressure you, but if you do, we can absolutely put you in to try that. If not, we can offer someone else the opportunity to try your intervention. That's a possibility as well. But before we jump into the next one, does anyone have anything else that, like, I see Spark? Yeah, Spark, what have you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to challenge the notion. I hear what Don's saying about staying calm, but also I don't know, like, we're in a moment right now in our history where staying calm is, you know, people are saying just stay calm, and the police are beating us.
Mm-hmm.
And how long do you stay? How long do you just stay calm? So
I
understand
get what you're saying, but what I'm talking specifically about is a one-on-one interaction. You want to have a positive outcome on a one-on-one interaction.
Well, thank you for your advice. I'm just wanting to note that the you know, also we're stepping in to someone's lived experience and saying,
right.
Oh, just be chill from the sidelines.
I'm sure it's not easy. I'm saying none of this is easy.
But we're trying to figure out what works. I want to bring it back to, we're trying to figure out what works, right? And so far, calm hasn't worked, right? Yeah, a lot of things haven't worked yet. So, there's still things to try, right? We're still trying to find a path through. Yeah, a path through. And if I could just let me finish this thought, and then we'll jump back in. Shit, I lost the thought. That we keep talking about as if the problem is Dr. Bradshaw and Dr. Bradshaw alone. And I think it's important to remember that Dr. Bradshaw is a representative of a vast medical establishment that generally backs her. Okay, and that we've talked about the lawyer possibly coming in. There are no protections in Florida for trans folks, none whatsoever, right? Not of any kind, not for anything, not for housing, not for job discrimination, not for anything, right? There are no protections here in Florida. Now that may be different elsewhere, and I fucking hope it is. But that's not what it's like in Florida. Ah, shoot! We weren't supposed to swear. I told you I couldn't promise. Especially if I got worked up. Anyway, so the question is, do we have time for one more intervention? And so the question is, I wanna throw it back to Bo, who had dibs.
I want to give up my space to someone else that feels like they can make this work, and just offer something if just another maybe route if someone else just afterwards. But
okay,
I want people that to be able to come forth first that have their own voice in it. So please.
Okay, so just to be explicit, are you volunteering to step back if someone who identifies as Black or trans wants to step up? Is that the? Yeah. That's the, okay, I just wanted to make sure that was clear. So while that's open, right, is there someone who identifies that way who wants to take that spot? Or I don't want to force anybody to out themselves either. So that's another piece we're navigating in this moment. So I see Elise looking to jump in. Message me if you're still at that point. I don't want to spend too much time navigating this so that we have time to just jump in. But do you want it? Do you want it?
My first, I apologize for interrupting. This is my first time using Zoom, so I'm like familiarizing myself. But same on that message where I am cis, so I don't want to step on anyone else's voice. I'm here as your backup just to keep the game going.
All right, I got a lot of folks fighting for the spot. Bo, it was yours. Right of first refusal. I think we've left it open long enough. You want it, or are we going to pass it to Elise?
Spark was had offered up.
Spark's had a turn.
Oh, I see.
Maybe not today, but Spark's had a turn. So we're going to look at Bo and Elise first. Bo, you want it?
I can do it. Elise, are you sure you don't want to do this?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You're all
right. Let's duck out. Let's see what happens.
Actually, Claire Ann, point of clarification, Liliane was trying to get our attention. Just want to make sure that we go back to our chat master you're on mute, Liliane.
Sorry. No worries. I just typed it in. I typed my comment in.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. We're out of the way.
Bo, is there anywhere you'd like to start?
Oh, I'm nervous to even start. I guess we can start at the beginning if you'd like.
Okay.
Hello? Is this Dr. Cunningham? Are you?
Yes, this is Dr. Bradshaw.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking to refill.
There we go. Hello, Miss Whalen.
Hello. Yeah.
I have the wrong chart.
But no, that's okay. But I was actually looking to fulfill a prescription. I don't have a ton of time. I'm sorry. I just want to get this signature on this. Dr. Cunningham already talked to me about this.
Okay.
I hope he talked to you and explained all the information about making sure this goes forward. As you know,
wait, before we go any further, I want to make this is Patricia Whalen, yes?
It's Patrick, but that's okay. It's all good. If you need to call me a nickname, whatever you need. But
is this not Patricia Whalen? Do I have the wrong patient?
You have the right patient. I just am transitioning, and I'm trying to be very patient because it sounds like maybe you're struggling that. I don't know what it says on the chart. I just want to let you know that I go by Patrick, and that means a lot to me if you can meet me there with that. So, yeah. So what I'm looking for today is making sure that we can get this signature done so that I can get my it should be on the chart. I can read you the number if you'd like of what it is that I'm looking for, but all that Dr. Cunningham told me I needed left was just a signature to make it happen by physician there, and so I could get my prescription. Can you make that happen?
What prescription is it?
I can read you that number. It's
just if you could just say it, that'd be fine.
5. Well, I just wanted to make sure that. So is it in the chart? Is it there?
You have a couple here.
I see. Okay. Well, the number is 159628. Do you see that?
I do. Why? What is this? Why are you prescribing?
Description on there for. So I just wanted to make sure that signature can be done, and so that we can go forward.
I can write you the signature, but I need to know what this is for.
Okay, that's a little confusing to me. A little strange because you're seeing it on the chart, and you should already have the information. Has Dr. Cunningham talked to you about this?
I do see it on the chart. However, ma'am, it's testosterone.
Yes, you see that then. Okay, great. So you can write me that signature so I can get that and we can move forward then. And then I can get back to Dr. Cunningham whenever he's back in. Yes. What's wrong?
I'm not really understanding. No, why?
Okay.
Before I write you any prescription, I need to know what it is I'm writing for.
Okay, so it is for testosterone, as you can see on the chart. Dr. Cunningham and I have already talked about this in extensive records, as you can see there.
Why are you on testosterone?
Well, as you can see in the chart, I've already been prescribed that for, I believe, a whole year.
Yes,
and
that's rather
not
concerning.
only my decision, but also my prescribing doctor's decision to do that with me. Can I ask again what your name is?
Harriet Bradshaw.
Okay, Harriet Bradshaw. And what's your title?
Doctor.
Doctor. What's your full title here? Just so I get it in my mind.
Dr. Harriet Bradshaw.
Dr. Harriet Bradshaw. I just want to know what you do here at the hospital. I'm just recording this just to make sure that there's no issues going forward.
Okay. That's perfectly
just
fine.
Making sure. Thank you. Okay, so what we get so far is that I have been prescribed testosterone by my doctor for a whole, I think, year now. And it sounds like you're having an issue telling me that you can sign the signature to get me that. Can you tell me what the problem is?
There's no problem with me signing it. The problem is there's no reason for you to be on this medication.
Well, that's strange because I'm already on that. So that sounds like maybe the hospital has made some kind of mistake. I don't know if that's clinical.
It may be a clerical error.
That is strange because I've already been doing that for 18 months and like to continue to do that. That's actually my personal decision and the medical advice of my doctor. So I'd like to continue doing that, and I'd like your sign off to continue doing that because I actually think it would be a bigger mistake to take me off at this point. I think that would actually be some kind of medical issue, right? Correct?
I mean, I suppose you could look at it like that.
Okay, well then.
But
with that in mind, what is the issue?
The medical literature, I would agree that you should probably be on an estrogen treatment to get you back to normal.
That's strange. Can you tell me why that is?
Well, the testosterone is going to affect your body quite a bit. I'm sure you've already noticed some of those
in the way that I've been expecting it and wanting it to, which is why I'd like to continue that.
Okay.
And so did my doctor, who I hope, report to. So I would hope that we have an understanding and you can now sign off on this for the future.
Well, I don't think I can do that personally for you.
That's odd, because you said you were a doctor at this hospital.
Yes.
I believe Dr. Cunningham said
this
you
is,
could.
excuse me, ma'am, this is a matter of opinion.
You've also said this a couple times. Okay, so what is your opinion then on this?
My opinion is that you should be on an estrogen regimen.
Why is that?
To help reduce these effects that the testosterone has done to you. I mean, you want to be able to have children eventually, right?
I don't. Actually, I don't think that's a medical opinion. You can see in the chart, I believe that I've said that I don't have an interest in that. If not, I can clearly mark it now. And I don't think that's a clear medical opinion. So if you just can sign off on there, we can move forward since I don't have a problem having children. I seem to be fine. So I'd like to remind you that I'm recording this conversation.
Yes, I am well aware.
EOC if I need to. I know that there's no. I know that there's things against me, but it just doesn't seem right to withhold a signature for this reason. It just seems very silly. What would you need at this point?
I would need you to come in for blood work, so that I can make sure that your levels are right and I don't, overprescribe something.
Okay.
And I can't really have you coming into the office right now because of the pandemic. So I mean that's gonna have to wait.
Ooh, wow, yeah. That's.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
For a bit. Yikes, yes. Is there another doctor I can talk to or someone that I can report this?
You could call our scheduler and she could get you on someone else.
I'd like to report this as a complaint then and see about getting this signature from another doctor.
You do that.
Okay, well then I will. I guess we can just do whatever we want, so I can call you whatever you want because you've misgendered like 3 times. So all right, Dr. Cunningham.
Okay, Patricia, I see where this is going and I'm not a fan of it. So is there anything
me
I can do
either.
for you?
This could have been really avoided, so I'm going to have to make a complaint. As I said, this is all being recorded. This just seems transphobic to me from a personal opinion.
This is this is medical, okay? It would be unethical for me to prescribe you something without knowing where you're at, for me to give you
have
this
that all in the
medication.
notes right now.
Okay.
You have it
So
all in that. in those
listen,
notes.
it's been
We can
it's
talk
been a
about it if
pleasure,
you want.
Patricia.
You're
Really,
signing off
honestly,
on me.
it's been great, but I'm gonna have to let you go.
Sound like it. Okay. All right. Bye, Dr. Cunningham. Please get back to me actually when you can. All right. Sorry. Can I just say?
Yes, you can.
I
Yes,
feel
you
like
can
I
just
have the
say.
privilege of being white and male and also in law school to make these sorts of things happen. So I've been waiting to say some of these things this whole time. So
yeah,
please, yeah, everyone else. Whew.
Thank you, and thank you for the acknowledgement of privilege. I think that's something that's haunted a lot of these.
Let me know if I spoke out of turn at all, by the way, on anything I was saying. I got riled up, but I didn't want to speak out of my ability and function. So
absolutely, we're really close to the end of this. So the end of our time together. But I suspect that this last intervention had some things going, and we might want to, with your permission, can we keep you just a few minutes longer so that we can debrief this and then wrap it up? Is that okay? Just hang with us if you can. Yeah. So thoughts on that? Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misread the room. Not the first time. Zoom rooms are weird for that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay. So, we've watched this so many times, and this was the first time that Dr. Bradshaw was sort of thrown off. And I was really obviously so paying attention to the dialogue that Bo was, that he was, all of these facts and all this information. And the approach to it was not, I'd not seen anybody approach that way. Like, although Julianne was asking in the beginning, as well as Vero, I think both, trying to get the doctor to be the patient, sort of, in a sense, and kind of get that idea of, I need to talk to you about this. But I truly enjoyed this whole thing. I mean, it was just amazing to have it evolve from the beginning of this piece and then into where Bo is, and admitting who he is and the privilege that he has, and that the privilege he has is enormous compared to a Black trans man going in and trying to get this for himself. So anyway, that's what I just wanted to say that. Thanks.
Thank you, Noreen. Are there other thoughts on that? On this last intervention?
I love the professional approach to it. It was I'm recording this conversation. I will be getting my lawyer, not to mention, here's the serial number. There should be no more of that. There should be more than a 2-second interaction between us. You're not my primary. Again, that's the biggest part, is that here's the serial number. You shouldn't be questioning it. It's already on there. It's been on there for about over a year. Just get it done. So I love the fact that he went in with that, just fact after facts, and just very sterile. Like, I just needed a short conversation, very concise. I haven't seen that yet, and I really enjoyed that.
Last call. Yes, Corky.
Yeah, just want to mention there's been some gems of knowledge dropped in the chat area, a couple of great links. And we mentioned, I'm not sure if it's been mentioned, but we're definitely going to be copying or saving these files and then adding some of this information onto our website for you all to be able to check out afterwards. And then, of course, this has been recorded. It's been live streamed if you guys want to watch it back. But we do appreciate everybody for chiming in.
Anything else? Any other thoughts on the intervention? Yeah, Troy?
I just want to say, thank you to all the spectators. Y'all brought it. I'm just really amazed. I think everyone had a way that they came into it that brought something. I feel like if only we could all come together as a Patrick Voltron. I think all of these approaches made little dents. We didn't break through, but they all made these dents in different spots, and it was just really exciting to see.
Wonderful.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Troy. So with that, please join me in thanking Troy, in thanking Juliet, and in thanking all of our spectators who intervened. That was marvelous. And now to finish us up, I'd like to turn it over to Juliet, who's going to have the final word.
I'd like to ask you all to take a moment, just take stock. How did this make you feel? Were you frustrated or disappointed? For those of you who have participated, how did it feel? Are you discouraged? Angry? These feelings are natural. This is not a happy subject matter. What's important is that it's real. This happens all the time. As a trans woman, I know I base this character on a variety of doctors that I have had over the years, but please don't throw away those emotions. They are essential for making a change. The only way we change for a better is as a whole. We need people who aren't affected to be mad, to be vulnerable, to make change. With that in mind, I would encourage you to look at these feelings and use them to guide you. I know that as a nation, we are more divided right now than ever. We are angry, we are scared, and we are hurt. But we are together in those feelings. This is how we grieve. Looking forward, I hope that you would consider to look into a few of the organizations we have listed in our virtual program. And for our international viewers, if you'd like to put out any LGBTQ organizations in the chat for your respective country, please do so now. They do really great work. Organizations like the National Center for Transgender Equality, or Metro Health and Wellness, or GLAAD, or Planned Parenthood, these organizations help people. And consider looking into Outcast Theater Collective. We try to do good work here for our marginalized artists, and any support you can give to that, maybe consider donating, is really appreciated so that we can continue to put out work like this. Or for, more traditional content when we're allowed to come back together. Please stay safe. On behalf of Outcast Theater Collective, thank you and good night.